check. It's like
So that is different techniques and one set of sequencing, which is a posh word for how we're going to put them together in order to prepare the back. And now we're going to start to get to work. Okay, so section 1, section 2. Let's have a look at section 1 first, right? So forget section 2, we're going to purely focus on section 1. So your techniques are, we can anchor at the neck. I'm in a lunging stance facing this way because I'm going to be moving the muscle tissue on this shoulder. So this is a focused loose fist. So you want to slow it down, and again, if you slow it down, you can start to feel you've got a big knot in there as well. Some crunching happening. So we anchor in, and it's more focused. We can also as well be working with double thumbs. You've got a big knot right in there too, you'll feel it, right? So you're pressing from the spine and into the shoulder. So you've got one knot there, another knot there. And another one there.
I can see it. Like
Yeah, you
it's,
can see it.
yeah.
I can feel it.
And she's got little knots in here, okay? We can anchor and we can focus more. So the reason why you anchor is to get more traction with your thumb, okay? And then you can reverse thumbs, alternate and around. So we're focusing more on section 1 here, okay? You can also just use a single thumb, right? So I'm lunging in with a single thumb. So if a single thumb doesn't have as much power in it as double thumbs. Double thumb is a bigger movement, okay? So maybe you need to back off a bit and maybe you do need a single thumb, or maybe the area is smaller and you can't get 2 thumbs in. 2 thumbs, for you, it's a bigger tool than a single thumb, okay? So it's okay to combine. I can also really slow down to create more depth of pressure with her as well. Okay. And then I can finish again with my steamroller. Now you see this redness coming up
Yeah.
here. Okay. So as we start to work with the muscle, as it starts to loosen, what happens is fresh blood, which is what the redness you can see there, fresh blood is arriving now into that muscle tissue. The fresh blood will bring oxygen into these tight muscles and it will help to loosen it and lengthen them and relax them down, okay? Using a bit of vibration now to push it as I'm steamrollering over the top, okay? So that's your techniques from here. You can move on to this side of the bed or this side of the bed, then to work with your techniques on the shoulder. And I'm thinking about, well, where is she tight? What does she need? And to be honest, it's a mess. She needs absolutely everything. So I'm going to walk around to this side, and now what I'm going to do is to bring the actual arm onto the bed. When you do this, you will create tension around the shoulder because you're pulling the arm back and it's going to tighten the muscle tissue. When the arm's off at the side, that's much looser, okay? So as soon as you bring it back, it's going to tighten it.
And you never feel like tingling or like, you know, like because I don't know if it compresses like on the side.
Yeah, yes, with lying there for a long period of time, also the breath, it starts to move everything, and then when you apply the massage techniques as well. So often they can get tingling in the hands. At that point, if they are tingling, bring the arm back onto the bed or bring it around the front. Okay. Yeah, it's just the blood flow, right? Yeah. So we're going to prepare the area. Now remember, effleurage. We always start, transition, and finish with effleurage. So as we've transitioned now to this side, we're going to start with effleurage. So I'm going to have one hand in front of the other and now bringing it down into the arm. And this is called alternate side effleurage. So I'm alternating the hands and coming down. As a rough guide, you can do this 4 to 6 times because you're introducing yourself to this side, okay? So I'm alternating all the way down here and taking it down the hand. Now we can focus around section 1. Now I'm going to pay attention to section 1. So again, this is a bit like a washing machine effect where it goes round and round like the washing machine. So this is a smaller alternate effleurage. I also call effleurage giving it some love, right? So you want to work the muscle tissue, you want to give it some love. You want to work it, you want to give it some love. That's a good way to work when you're working as a massage therapist because it allows the client to have a break as well, right? Now we're going to start to work it. When I'm on this side, I want to anchor under the scapulae and I'm going to use the claw. So that's another analogy that I have for digital fingers. So if you imagine a claw, and we're going to get in here at these areas that have got the knots in them, okay? So if I did it without my anchor, you see how the whole body moves. You don't get as much traction. So you want to anchor it to really focus more on that section 1 area, okay? So I'm working with stripping and also circles. Deep breath, Molly, really connecting with that breath, okay? So I can feel when the client's going, okay, and you don't want them to do that. So again, I knew she wasn't breathing, ask her to breathe, or if she was breathing, I would back off as a massage therapist. I'd be saying, are you okay with that, or do you want me to back off a bit? Okay, and they'll tell you, okay? So you want to use your claw. Again, you can see the red coming up, so that means you're doing a good job there. There's lots of blood flow coming in there. Pull it back, give it some love, let her get her breath back. Now, remember the tracks, 1, 2, 3, right? So the bottom of the scapula is there. We never want to come onto these ribs. Muscle tissue here is softer. You've also got the ribs here too. We don't want to go into the ribs. So remember, your arm lines are always from the bottom of the scapula coming over. So you've got these 3 tracks. They also run in this side as well. Remember we had them from here when you were doing your reverse thumbs?
Yeah.
It's the same from here as well. So it's basically the area between the spine and the scapulae we want to work. And even when I do that, she's really tight there and she's really tight there. Now the techniques are double thumbs to pick up and then pushing around. So that's the one that's next to the scapulae. As a general guide, you want to do that 3 times. So as I'm stripping, doesn't feel too bad, but whoa, see when I come to this top trap area, you can really feel it's holding, okay? So this isn't too bad, but it's really holding here. Come back to that. I'm now going to come into track 2, which is midsection. Okay, she's super tight there. And then there's like a point there and point there where I can feel she's really holding. So that's totally different from track 1. Do you want me to pull that closer?
No, I'm just checking if I'm not in front of the...
Okay. So I'm on track 2. And again, as a general guide, 3 to 4 times. Okay. If it's loose, don't bother with it, move on. Okay. And now here I'm coming in next to the spine. So I want to pick up and take it around next to the spine. And again, I'm finishing here nearer the neck. Okay. And that doesn't feel too bad at all, but it's holding there. Okay. So strip 3 to 4 times there, 3 to 4 times there, and 3 to 4 times there. Again, get the information. Well, where is it tight? Right, it's really tight there, and it's also super tight on these top traps as well. Right, pull it back, give it some love. Now, a deeper way to now release it is to come back into band 2, take it right up, use some vibration, and then as you come to the top trap, you want to pinch it and you want to shake it out. Okay? Again, if your client can't take it, back off. So that's a deeper way. Okay? As you're shaking it, I'm now coming in next to the scapula area. I'm going to shake it from there too. Coming back in and checking it with my thumb and fingers. Do you know it feels better? So I'm checking, how's it tight? Where is she? Okay. You can incorporate a bit of vibration. Okay, so it's super tight there. I'm going to come back in now.
But there is people you can't put all the nuts off in like 40 minutes. Like, how do you do to know, okay, I have to let it because I can't like let, you know what I mean? Like, how do you say it?
You can't release the whole
Release-
thing in an
release
hour.
the whole
Yeah.
thing,
So
yeah,
this
yeah.
is where you then at the end you would do your aftercare and advice. So that's a really good question, even on day one, because you'll know instantly. Okay, I can fix that in one session, or you'll know, right, I'm going to have to see you twice a week for the next 3 weeks if you really want me to get you out of pain.
Okay, yeah.
This is what's going on. If the client is in pain, they'll come back in. They want to get out of pain so they can get back into activity or go to their work or whatever. But it's up to you to be able to tell them. Or it can also be that you've done a treatment with the client. You say, okay, let's see how you get on. If you're still in pain in 3 days' time, always give the body 3 days to process. Give me a text message and we'll get you back in. If you're okay, then ease yourself back into the activity nice and gently. So we'll come more to that on Thursday. Okay, but yes, absolutely, there's only so much you can do. Okay, so I'm pulling it back, giving it some love, and now I'm coming back in with my claw. Okay, so that's freer, but it's not fixed by any means. Deep breath, breathe into that. And give it some love. And coming back in again. Okay, and just bring it down. Again, finishing with your side effleurage. Okay, right. Give it a go.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah.